An Air India flight from Phuket to Delhi suddenly lost around 300 feet in altitude, injuring 20 passengers and 4 cabin crew members. Now, the pilot in command has reportedly tested positive for marijuana in a confirmatory drug test. The result has added a new dimension to the investigation into what caused the sudden altitude loss. But does the positive test explain what happened, or were other factors involved? On 4th of August, Air India flight AI2379 was flying from Phuket to Delhi when it experienced a sudden altitude variation of around 300 feet during cruise. The Airbus A320 was carrying 137 passengers, including 3 infants and 8 crew members. The aircraft subsequently stabilized and landed safely in Delhi, but 20 passengers and 4 cabin crew members were injured during the incident. After the flight landed, both pilots underwent mandatory screening for psychoactive substances. The pilot in command's initial test came back non-negative, and the sample was sent for confirmatory testing. That confirmatory test has now reportedly returned positive for marijuana. Both pilots have been taken off the flying roster while the investigation continues. But importantly, a positive marijuana test does not by itself establish that the pilot was impaired during the flight or that drug use caused the altitude loss. According to people familiar with the preliminary defect report prepared by the pilots, the flight experienced an autopilot disconnection, a stall warning, and a flight control alert. A stall warning indicates that an aircraft is approaching or may have entered a condition where its wings are no longer generating sufficient lift. But these reported technical issues have not yet been established as the cause of the incident. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, or AAIB, has taken up the investigation. France's Aviation Accident Investigation Agency, BEA, along with technical representatives from Airbus, is also assisting the probe. Investigators are examining the aircraft and its systems, recorded flight data, operational and maintenance records, medical information, and human factors. The AAIB has specifically warned against drawing conclusions from any isolated piece of information while the investigation is underway. The incident has also drawn the government's attention. Air India's outgoing CEO, Campbell Wilson, was summoned by the Civil Aviation Ministry following the incident. And it comes at a particularly sensitive time for Air India, which remains under intense scrutiny following the AI-171 crash in Ahmedabad last year. The AAIB will examine all available technical, operational, medical, and human factor evidence to determine what caused the sudden altitude loss. For now, the pilot's positive drug test is an important part of that investigation, but it is not by itself an explanation for what happened. Until investigators complete their analysis, the exact cause of the incident remains undetermined. Follow Business Standard for more such stories.